All right, guys, we have one of the remaining members of the group to do a interview for, and that is Tom, and he's right here.
Yo, what up?
I mean, you already know how this is gonna go down, so without further ado, let's just get right into it. What would you say was your favorite video?
Have I appeared in enough videos to have a favorite? Haven't I only appeared in Art That Draws Blood?
Yeah.
Besides anything else in the future we may do. Yeah, I think I enjoyed Art That Draws Blood. I liked dying multiple times.
When hanging out with the group, what was your favorite moment with the group?
Can I say today? I think today was pretty good. With more of the group though, I'd say that time we played Jackbox. I think I enjoyed that.
Oh my god. What kind of genre of film do you think we should make in the future?
I really want us to do more comedy skits, kind of like Ryan Higa, like old Ryan Higa stuff is like what I would want to do. I grew up watching him a lot. I enjoyed his content, so it's like, you know, maybe it'd be cool to try it out one time.
I mean, we did try making comedy skits, and then at some point in time, it was like we
That
stopped.
was before I came though. That was when we were a lot smaller. I feel like we can circle back to it. I like the idea of like small 5-minute skits. I think that's lost its way in the YouTube algorithm.
Bringing back that old style of videos.
Yeah, low quality, high energy content from small YouTubers. That's like the shit.
Is there a game that we should probably either play more or try out sometime?
For the channel, I think Repo would do really good, but that's mostly just off hype and like funny shit I've done with other friends. I feel like we could play more. I feel like Overwatch is a different game, and we haven't really played it since Perks came out because Stadium came out too. Yeah,
It's been iffy with everyone with like ever since Rivals came out, and you know everyone just pretty much stuck with that rather than freaking Overwatch, because at that point Overwatch was just like the meme of like it's dead now because Marvel Rivals is here now.
I just wish we played a little bit more Overwatch. I think it's a nice change of pace. Sometimes I'm in the mood for Overwatch, but not really Marvel Rivals. And it feels like we only play Marvel Rivals. And I get that like you guys are a lot more Marvel fans than I am. It's like I don't even know half the characters' names.
I mean, I'm probably on the same level as you because I barely knew almost half of the characters. What was a moment in the group that made you laugh the hardest?
Probably the Jackbox robot rapping. Yeah, I thought it was really fun. We might need to do Jackbox again.
Yeah,
Or Scriblio. Scriblio would be fun too.
That I really want to do another one of those too.
We definitely can. We can get that set up.
And if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask, by the way.
What's your favorite color?
Red, next question.
What's your favorite book?
I don't like books.
Okay, what's your favorite bird?
The bald eagle, I don't know.
What's the average velocity of an unladen swallow?
What the f?
If you get that reference, you're goated.
What was your first impressions with everybody?
So I met Jordan first in elementary school. I think it was Jordan then you, because he was in my...
Jordan, you, and I were in the same elementary school.
We all met around the same time. I think I met Jordan first. I have no clue what I thought about him at the time. I
don't think any of us really remembered.
I was like, oh, this guy's chill. I'll be friends with him. And then he moved away. And then you...
I don't remember much.
We met, but I don't think we were friends. We just kind of like existed around each other.
We just knew that we existed.
Yeah. That's how it was till like high school. I feel like that's when we started talking again.
Yeah, it wasn't until high school. If anything, during graduation was when we actually started talking.
And all the Pokemon too.
Yep.
Yeah. It was Glenn next because he was in high school English with me. And Glenn was like, this guy's pretty funny. And he watches Van Al's videos. That was the big thing, is that he watched Van Al's videos, and that's around the same time I met Landon. The same thing. Landon watched Van Al's videos, so we bonded over that for a bit. I don't remember when I met Ruben. I don't remember when I met Ruben. I just know Ruben existed in my life for at least 3-4 years now, and I just kind of said hi to him.
He was more like more acquaintance with me.
Okay. I mean, I just didn't really have classes with anyone after like the first 2 years. I met Montana earlier than... I might have met Montana in 8th grade when our middle schools did the language exchange with the high school.
Oh, okay.
So I might have met Montana when in middle school because they would just do language stuff, but I don't remember. First impressions of Montana was that he dated a lot of people in a very short time. Yeah, that's all I got. Like, I remember in high school, 2 weeks after I met him, he was in a relationship, and then a few weeks later he wasn't, and then a few weeks later he was. Lulu, first impression was, she's a bit odd. After getting to know her, yeah, she's chill.
I mean, like, of course, with anyone that joins the group, when they first join, they stick out like a sore thumb, and then afterwards, just everyone just then blends in. I'm the only exception, though.
I mean, you started. Did you start the group? You started the group. You're the leader.
I started it, and everyone goes to my house. I think I have a good reason to be.
Yes.
That's pretty much the indicators on why I'm the leader, and also because I can probably handle most of everything.
I don't think it's that you can't. I think it's that you're willing to handle most of it. I don't think anything you do is like out of anyone's skill wheel. It's just we don't want to do it.
This may be a long shot of a question, but what was your least favorite moment?
Least favorite moment. Word mishaps while recording. Few IRL typos. Next question.
Do you happen to have any criticisms? This could be applied to like short films that we've done, or just editing, or just anything like that.
I guess with the film process, I felt like the script, or the storyboard, and the script, and the idea were all very individual things that did not translate well over to each other, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like the idea that you had and that I talked to you with in the donut shop ended up being vastly different from what you storyboarded, and the storyboarded ended up different from what the script actually had. And I know there were changes that you had to make either because you can't physically edit it, or like you can't, like, budget issues, like you can't like get this to do specifically, or like get prop. I feel like the core ideas were very different from the start to finish, and it, more so towards the end, felt like get this done as opposed to what you wanted to make.
Yeah, I can see that. Because I think it was mainly because to me it was cohesive, but to other people it probably was like, what about this part though? I don't know how this lines up, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, but I feel like if like you were more accurate with like getting your idea onto the storyboard and like translating that over, I feel like that wouldn't have been an issue. But it's not like it's easy to do that though. It's not on you that you were unable to do it, because it's a really hard thing to get all your thoughts like lined up and on paper, like in written. That's understandable and legible to other people, but it just didn't feel like what you wanted to make at the end.
I mean, that's basically the process in terms of film. Like, it may not become like the most like 110% what you've written down or what you've written in the storyboard. At some point you are just like you're making a film and you realize that, oh, maybe that change needs to happen, or hell, there's plenty of moments where Jordan brought up like a certain change during the middle of filming where it's like, how about we do it like this? And it's like, that actually could probably work actually. I mean, I'm still glad that we at least able to find a way to connect them in some way, shape, or form. But if you're implying that that we need to like at least improve on it to make sure they're more cohesive, I'll see what I can do for that.
Yeah, I just, from what you told me what you wanted versus to what we got, it just felt like there was such a big distance that, and it's not like I was in contact during the entire time to piece together what was happening.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it was like, oh, this is your idea, and then 6 months go by, and your idea is, like, almost completely different. Which, yeah, things, like, as the process went on, like, yeah, things happen, etc. I just wish it was, like, more documented.
Like, telling what the changes were, like, over the course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could probably work.
So, like, we could see what changes were made, and, like, okay, it felt like you took a lot of the burden on your own to, like, figure out where things needed to be in the plot, but, like, for the people who were acting, and, like, what we wanted the characters to be, we have a lot more of an intuition of how things affect our character, especially in the whole story, as opposed to, like, just in that one scene.
We definitely experienced the feeling of when there's constant changes being done to a project that completely screws over a lot of the process being made. But other than that, if it's for the betterment of the project...
I sense a bit of animosity from you two towards our peanut gallery right now. just a little bit of a slight animosity, you know?
I think everyone has their fair share of hating on a certain project, so...
Alright.
But yeah, no. If the changes are for the betterment of the project, then so be it. Thank you for taking the time to do this interview with me.
Thank you, of course. Support diverse society.
Yes.
Watch our videos.
Woo! On that note, I'm Mateo.
And I'm Tom.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Later. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Only one again? Seriously? No. Oh, there we go. Only again twice? What a noob.
The frick happened?
You all good?
He said that's my mom for sure. And then one of his friends was like, is that your mom?
Oh boy.
I think.
Can the peanut gallery shut the f up? I know that was a giant ass spider, but like, the breathing is making me anxious. It's just a fucking girl going fucking schizo on stream.
Oh no, there they go again.
There they go again.
Round 2. I hope they better not break my sword, jeez.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
we'll be in the bloopers.
Most definitely.